taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I hope everyone took advantage of the Cyber Monday deals. Now it's time to focus on some football. Bears and Vikings underway on Monday night.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields. They'll get this out to Kamara.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
On 1st down, Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from starting out.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. 2nd and 9.
Here's Cunningham. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Cunningham looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is taken at about the 14. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
On first down, it's Fields.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing again is Fields.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham.
Oh, that is incomplete.
couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Completes this to Addison out left.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Cunningham.
Complete to Addison on the out route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
The Vikings had 8-3 now. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a throw here to his running back.
He's into space past the 25. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Antonio Gibson,
49 yards.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So a solid return to the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Kamara off the draw. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
To throw is Fields. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Flush to his right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Fields going to keep it once more. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Let's go now. Hurry.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Cunningham.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
So no gain on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cunningham to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Cunningham.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Cunningham. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Cunningham. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off play action, it's Cunningham.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Cunningham from the gun.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
That's caught at the 25. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
The Folks kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson.
Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Cunningham. He's going to air one out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if your defense doesn't bail them out.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, here's Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Velus Jones
with an amazing diving catch.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings 10. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, here's Cunningham.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Donald. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Cunningham looking to throw.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Number 3, Jordan Addison. Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down.
4th down.
On 4th down, Cunningham. That is caught.
Oh, he's going to have the first down and then more. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 50 yards. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And running with power here. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looking downfield for Jones.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
He's going to look deep for more.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing again is Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Fields.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
To the air again, Fields. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. It's even better.
Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 17. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at
Okay, ready?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly...
Let's go now.
2 yards to go, second down.
Looking to throw. Cunningham.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Tempo.
A play fake. Now Cunningham.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Cunningham.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
The Vikings on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Cunningham to throw. Flushed out right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Moore, the man in motion.
He'll get it here as they run the end around.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
A great stop by D.J. Wonnum to back the offense up on that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kamara will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Cunningham. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now Cunningham. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And unable the breakaway. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll indeed take a knee.